Shalom, welcome to our video on Jewish law. And the question we're going to be dealing with is saying Tachanun during the days following Shavuot. You see, a lot of times there's a custom that in the 6 days following Shavuot, people do not say Tachanun. Why not? Because in the 6 days following Shavuot, one could still give the Korban Chagiga, the Shlomim that was offered on Shavuot. If they missed it, they only had 1 day to give it, so if they missed it, they could make it up over the next 6 days. This is reminiscent of Sukkot and Pesach. There, it's not such a novel idea that you could make it up because the days following the first day of each of those Chagim is still the Chag, right? Sukkot takes another 7 days or 6 days, and Pesach also is another 6 days. So the Torah gave another 6 days after Shavuot, even though it's not Shavuos, to go ahead and make up the Korban that you might have missed. Those 6 days, people say, are now lend themselves to a different character, one of joy, because you could give a Korban on that day. And therefore, it's a day of joy. You shouldn't say Tachanun as is our general custom throughout the year. There's just one problem and one drawback to that idea, which many people point to, and that's the reason why they do say Tachanun on these days, which is the fact that these days are not days of simcha. They're not days of happiness, even though you can give a korban. How do you know? Because days of happiness are forbidden in giving eulogies and fasting. And these 6 days are neither forbidden in eulogies nor are they forbidden in fasting. That's our metric of knowing whether a day is a happy day or not, whether or not they are days where it's forbidden to give a eulogy and forbidden to fast. How do the people that think that it is a day of simcha answer that question? They say, well, throughout the year, there's plenty of times we don't say Tachanun, and you're allowed to give a hesped and tanis on those days. So therefore, if we don't say Tachanun on those days, even though it's not a full day of simcha as measured by fasting and eulogies, so too we shouldn't say Tachanun on a day that allows a korban. What's the answer? What should you do? No, that's up to the custom of the community that you live in and the minyan that you're davening at. Shalom.